All right, join us now on Inside TBT. We're finally making it happen. From the Enchantment host team, New Mexico alumni, Anthony Mathis, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's been a long time coming. It's a third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm indeed. Anthony, we're excited to have you, man. We're excited to talk about you and the host team and the hosting a regional. But first, we got to ask you about your knowledge of the basketball tournament. What do you know about TBT? What do you know about the players? How locked in have you been in years past?
Man, so I've been watching it for a while. So a couple years before they went to the bubble, I was watching it. I always just tune in something different. And then obviously the ending, the Elam ending is always something everybody wants to talk about. So I'm looking really forward to that. Obviously there's great players that get a lot of exposure. A lot of guys get, from last year's got NBA call-ups and stuff. So it's obviously it's great exposure, and I'm just looking forward to going and playing well.
I mean, TBT is throwing you guys right into the fire with a first game against the rivals, the Panamaniacs, New Mexico State. You look like you don't have a care in the world sitting at the pool. Are you not worried about them?
No, I'm obviously worried. You got to come ready to play. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's basketball. You just got to enjoy it. So I'm just enjoying life. And when we get into those lines, it's going to be a different story.
Is there any other team that you'd rather play in the first round?
Not at all. Not even close. I think everybody wants this matchup. So it's going to be a lot of fun playing, obviously our in-state rivals from a while ago. So it'll be a lot of fun.
So Joey is a huge college basketball fan. Joey played college basketball. I'm a huge college basketball
I'm a fan too.
And he's a big fan, very knowledgeable. So we know about New Mexico. We know about the Pit. But what can you tell maybe the people who are going to be seeing it on TV for the first time, what that environment is like?
Man, it's gonna be very exciting. Obviously, hopefully New Mexico has some of the greatest fans ever. So hopefully they come out for the TBT, and it's gonna be super loud. That's one thing you can guarantee. They come out and they support. Obviously, the alum, we have come from so many different, ages and years. So it's going to be super fun to see, the different crowds and different families there. So it'll be really, really fun.
So obviously the focus is on New Mexico. You're playing for New Mexico. That's what the regional is. But we'd be bad podcast hosts if we didn't mention. We know where you are right now. You're in Oregon. We know that Oregon has a team. We know that you also played for Oregon. What made you choose playing for New Mexico? Did you even have an opportunity to play for Oregon?
Yeah, no, they've asked me the past 2 years, but I just use this as an opportunity to go back to Albuquerque and see the people that I used to go to school with and just kind of catch up with all those guys. Eugene's only an hour and a half down the road, but ultimately I just want to play with the Lobos and just go back and show the love and see the support that we usually got. And obviously people weren't too happy when I left New Mexico to go to Oregon the first time, so I don't think I could do that again. They'd have my head if I went back there after that.
You mentioned getting to play and be with some of the guys. Who are some of your teammates for the summer that you're looking forward to playing with?
Man, all of them really. Elijah Brown, Joe Furstinger, J.R. Giddens, Scott Bamford, Darrington Hobson, Pancake. We have so many guys that are just good dudes. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, I hate answering those questions because I feel like I'm leaving somebody out, but they all know that. I'm really looking forward to seeing them.
Is Waffle playing this year or just Pancake?
That's the joke. No, so we have one guy named Pancake and we have another guy named Butter. So it's like, I don't know where these nicknames came from, but they've literally been there since they were at New Mexico. So I'm just rocking with it.
I would imagine they run a mean pick and roll, Pancake and Butter.
Oh, mean.
So looking at your region as a whole, you guys got the 4 seed against the rivals like we were talking about, but it doesn't get much easier because if you win, you would have to potentially play Heartfire, who's the defending runner-ups, merged with another team, Team 23, that were the runners-up. And then if you won that, you would potentially have to play, LA Cheaters or Challenge ALS, who has a bunch of former NBA dudes. Do you guys have the hardest region?
I mean, there's so many different teams. It's hard to see who's where. I don't even necessarily know the rosters at this point. I'm just going there. I'm going to go in there ready. You know what I mean? And who's ever out on the floor, we're gonna give it our best foot forward and let the chips fall where they may.
Another thing, I feel like I'm being the bad guy right now. Elijah Brown also transferred to Oregon, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Is there a pipeline?
So it's funny. We were actually roommates. And I was there when the Oregon coaches came to see him at New Mexico. He transferred. And 2 years later, I transferred there. So yeah, they got some feelings towards University of Oregon.
It's all not like, and again, I feel like, well, this might be getting on the good side for New Mexico fans. It seems like people usually transfer to New Mexico. Like they're
no, the recent years. I mean, when I was there, I had so many teammates. Every year was different rosters and a bunch of guys coming in. So I mean, it's obviously now in day and age that the transfer portal is a huge thing, and guys try to take advantage of that.
My last question about transfers. I had a teammate that transferred to New Mexico. Was Jaquan Lyle in the conversation for playing on this team? I feel like he's a good
I am not sure. I don't do much of the the recruiting and getting guys. So I did play with Jaquan, and then he ended up tearing his Achilles. So I was with Jaquan for 2 years. He redshirted, and then I was there when he got hurt. And man, that's my guy right there. So I would hope he was in the conversation to come play. I mean, he's a talented guy, super skilled, and we'd obviously love to have him.
He's made for TBT. We should.
Man, literally, huh?
Be on a team if he doesn't quit. No, I love Quan. He
yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, Andrew.
Well, no, I'm something I'm curious about. We kind of ask all the guys this. So your diehard fans will definitely know this, but where are you playing right now? Where were you last year? Where are you planning on being after TBT? What does your basketball life look like right now?
So I was with the Dallas Mavericks G League team, the Texas Legends. That's where I finished up that in the G. And obviously, I mean, just best opportunity. If I end up doing summer league, hopefully I can take advantage of that opportunity and make something happen from that. But that's a good question. With this career, it's super up and down. You never know where you're going to be next year. So I'm just ready for whatever the next chapter may be.
So you were coached by the best G League coach in the world, then?
Absolutely.
George is my guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. I love him. I got mad love for him.
That's that pretty funny. He was this is crazy because now he's like really is a huge up and coming coach. He was my AU coach. Like,
that's hilarious.
Like an AU coach when he was like right out of college, basically.
Wow. And he's in Africa coaching like a national team right now.
Yes. He's unbelievable. Yeah, like I love that guy. He's
a super good guy.
Obviously, and then another connection to the Mavericks. So he went to the same high school as Jalen Brunson.
Oh wow.
Which is down the street from my high school. Me and Jalen are good buddies. So like George runs Jalen's camp too.
Oh wow. What a small world.
So whenever George is back in Chicago, I make sure to go back, obviously to go to the camp and see Jalen and help out, but also to go get drinks with George after because he's got the best stories ever.
Oh, hey, he can tell a story, that's for sure.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, I love that guy. But back to TBT. There's a lot of great players in TBT. I know you mentioned you didn't look at a ton of the rosters. Is there any guy that you see, maybe it's in your region, maybe it's somewhere else that you're like, damn, it'd be pretty cool. Like, I remember rooting for that guy. I remember wanting to play against that guy or even playing against him in the past that you want to get a shot at again.
I'd say Jimmer. Obviously Jimmer Fredette. Obviously I grew up watching him at BYU and the New Mexico State fans hated BYU. So I don't always hear stories about Jimmer. And then I saw him play in the TBT a couple of years ago and just dominate. So I think obviously when I saw that somebody signed him, I was like, man, I'd love to play that team and just go at it with him.
So obviously, as a G Leaguer, you saw all the G League guys that got called up to the NBA last year that played in TBT. Did that factor into your decision at all to play this year?
Yeah, obviously. I just know the TBT. I mean, I'll play regardless. I know it has a lot of exposure and whatnot. But it's just so fun. The competitiveness is amazing. And obviously, I think one guy that really sticks out is Kiefer Sykes. He was in TBT last year, just dominated, and then obviously got his chance in the NBA this year. So that's really somebody I have been watching due to the TBT.
Kiefer got change your life money by winning TBT, and then also got all right now make your life even better, even more.
Yeah.
The NBA contract.
Exactly.
Well, Andrew, if you don't have anything else, I think it's time to end it the way we end all our interviews. And Anthony, I'm not going to pretend like you don't know because you do know. But for the fans listening that haven't heard this before, the way we end all of our interviews in a beautiful segment that's sponsored by our presenting sponsor, Brain Fuel, and we'll make sure you get some Brain Fuel out in New Mexico, is we flip the tables on you. Obviously, we've asked you a bunch of questions. I'm sure you've been dying to ask us some questions. So the floor is yours. Do you have any questions for us?
One rule. You can't ask us who's going to win TBT.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
It can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about basketball. It's your show.
I got 2 questions. Prediction of our first round game against the Panamaniacs. The prediction of that, and is there a 3-point contest this year?
I think the second answer, yes.
The second one is, I believe so. Have not been told that there's not one, but have
Yeah.
been told there is one. So I guess just assuming if there was one.
Yeah.
We've heard from players and people in TBT discussing it. So I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
And to answer your first question, we kind of
If it has us losing, it's fine. If it has us losing, I'm gonna use that as fire either way. So I'll respect your answer either way.
To answer your first question, Joey knows this. We have a rule. You come on the show, you hang out with us. We love you. So we got you guys in the first round.
I love it. I love it.
It's pretty simple. We haven't had a guy from New Mexico State on the show. We've had you on the show. Therefore, you guys could be going against Steph Curry and LeBron James, we'd still pick you guys.
I love that. That's real support right there.
Absolutely.
We had. I hope I'm 98% sure this is correct. Ian Baker, who played at New Mexico.
Yeah.
He came on and announced that they were having a team, but that's not enough to get our fandom on their side.
I feel that. No, but the 3-point contest, because I was in it last year, and I made the final 8 and got to go to the ending, but I wasn't able to go because I had to go to mini camp with the Spurs for summer league. So I was at the facility just watching it on TV, and I'm like, man, I need to be there next year.
Who replaced you? Do you know?
Dusty Hannah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he replaced me. And my next matchup was Connor Frankamp.
You know what they say about Dusty Hannahs, right?
What?
Great shooter, better mustache. He's got.
Man, the kid has a.
I was gonna say.
That's for sure. I was gonna
say you can never trust a guy with 2 first names.
Man, that's an interesting name. Is he foreign or something?
No.
He came on the show. He's not foreign.
Yeah, he came on the show.
Like
he was golfing with the mustache. Probably had a beer.
It was pretty funny. Like, we've had a lot of guys in a car, but not many guys in a golf cart, and that was electric.
So what about a pool? What about this setting?
I don't think we've had a guy in a pool.
First pool.
I like to hear that.
I mean, you just, like we've been saying, you're just taking your opponent lightly and just chilling at the pool.
Man, no, see, I'm telling you, you got to enjoy life. You know, you can only work out so many times in a day.
True. All right. Any other questions before we let you jump back in the pool?
That's all it, man. That's it for me. Sorry it took so long to get this done.
No problem. Are you a cannonball guy?
Nah, I'm a diver.
All right. There you go.
I like a good cannonball, though.
All right, Anthony, Matt, this was great. Thank you. They got a first-round matchup against the Panamaniacs, New Mexico versus New Mexico State alumni. What else could you want?
It's going to be exciting, that's for sure.
Thanks for coming on, man. We enjoyed it.
Y'all have a good one, man.
You too.
Clocking out early, that's the dish I don't like. Been getting paid since I was riding on the bike. Hit the pedal with the 8th, hopping on the 9th flight. I've been chilling out of sight. I'll be at the bar tonight. Told the bartender, go and take my card to swipe. You try the same thing, but your card get declined. White rappers nowadays, no, we're not too hard to find. I'm so dapper with my ways, I'm gonna linger in your mind. Always told me good things will come to those who are patient, but I've been way too patient, writing bars in my basement. I'm anxious in the real world, it's time for me to say this. The basics, the talent in my mind, I can't waste it. My life is too safe, it's my time for risk taking. I'm baking my mind every day, it's the same ish. Lazy, my grind needs to get a new facelift. Coming from the underground and busting through the pavement. Rock with it and lean with it. My team win it, my team win it. Now rock with it and lean with it. My team turn up when I spit it. Now rock with it and lean with it. My team win it, my team win it. Now rock with it and lean with it. My team turn up when I spit it. Don't think that I'm playing because I'm saving the game, and I said that I will be more because oh yeah, that is so raving, racing and pacing around all these lanes in my lane, out my way, unless you're trying to pay me. Not from the playpen, it's coming from the jungle. When you hear the bell, you better be ready to rumble because I'ma grab the gloves and I'm gonna flex my muscles. Go ahead and spit some bars, but you're probably just gonna mumble. A lot of rappers these days really need to get them humble because they think they at the top, they better stop before they stumble. Cause I'm swiping all their biddies while they swiping right on Bumble.